What's going on, everybody? Z3KO Trinity here for another episode of Stephen King book versus movie. This one is going to be my absolute favorite. Well, one of my absolute favorite. I always have to mix this one with Stephen King's It. Like, both of them are my number one. But my favorite book of all time, Misery. With my favorite movie of all time, Misery. It is book versus movie. Okay, first off, I want to go ahead and say I absolutely love this story. Whether it be by movie, whether it be by book, I love this story. Let me talk about the book for a little bit. The book, there's several things I really like about the book. It really goes into detail on everything. Like, the movie does a good job, but the book explains what the medicine that she gives him. It explains just so much more about her past and everything that she had done when he had discovered her album, if you will, of like fucked up shit. But another thing I really love in the book wise is it goes in detail, and actually you can read the book that she is forcing him to write, Misery's Return. You can actually read what he's writing, and it's so cool because it's missing, I think it was the N. It's either the N or the R. I just can't quite remember. But because she has a typewriter that has, the N or R broken on it. For some reason, I just can't remember it. It's like my favorite story of all time, so I'm pretty sure it's N, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Trust me, you will. But anyway, the book was so great, and I'm going to move on to the movie now. The movie, I love Kathy Bates so much. Like, she is my favorite all-time actress. I love her in just about everything she does. But she did this movie. She is Annie Wilkes. I would not want to remake this movie. If they do, that has to be her. I know she's like a lot older now, but still, it has to be her because she is Annie Wilkes. And James Caan did a great, or is it Caan? I'm pretty sure it's Caan, but anyway, he did a great job playing the role. And I love the sheriff in the this movie compared to the sheriff in the book. I love the old guy. I like his sense of humor with his wife, which is by far another one of my favorite actresses. I love their chemistry. It's funny how they fight and stuff like that. In the book, it was just kind of like a cop showed up, no real story to it whatsoever. Just he kind of like showed up, and it was a younger guy, I believe. And in the movie, she shot him with a shotgun, like right behind him. Boom! Right after he discovered him. In the book, this crazy bitch ran him over with the damn lawnmower. Like, holy shit! Chopped him into pieces. And I'm going to go back to the book now, because in the book, Annie Wilkes is way more psychotic than the movie. Now, in the movie, she did the hobbling, which is the signature look on the movie with the sledgehammer, where she broke both his feet over that piece of wood between them. Now, that was a really messed up part, but that ain't got shit compared to the book. In the book, she cuts his own feet off and then burns them to stop the bleeding and stuff. And that, to me, like, broken bones, yeah, that's pretty messed up, but they'll heal over centuries of time sometimes. Sometimes they will. But cutting them completely off, like, that's permanent wheelchair right there, you know? And just, oh man, it's so messed up. Especially in the, near the very end of the book, when they're fighting and stuff, And another cool fact, I know I'm jumping around everywhere, but I'm not that great at this. But still, I'm hoping that you guys will understand me. But anyway, in the book, I love how he made her think that he burned her book, Misery's Return. But after it was all said and done and she had passed away, he published that book. So, in a way, she kind of won. That's what she wanted all along. She wanted Misery's Return, the character that she grew to love and cherish so much. She just wanted that back. And I know he wanted to bury that part of his life, move on to something else, but in a way, in the book, he couldn't. Like, he just couldn't. He liked the story, he liked where it went. It brought him back, and so he published it. In the movie, however, he actually burns the story and rewrites the book that she made him burn at the beginning. So that, to me, it was like, he won. And I don't know, just I kind of was leaning towards the book part with that. And the final difference, major difference between book and movie is that the book, at the very end, they find her dead. He like messed her up, but she had so much hate for him, so much power to this woman, that she literally went out to her shed, dying. Now, mind you, she was an inch away from death. Gets that chainsaw of hers, and she starts crawling her ass back, and she makes it through like all the way to the house, inside, into like another part of the room, and then that's when she dies. Like, she hated this guy so much, wanted him to die so much, that she had that much willpower to live, from going all the way to the shed, getting that chainsaw, and coming back. Like, that is fucked up. Crazy bitch. But the movie, she also got her justice. He jammed the ashes of the book in her mouth and, broke her nose with his hand for the final blow. And just the very ending where he saw her as the waitress, like, he could never get over something like that. This is a beautifully written story, and obviously you guys can already tell which one I'm going to pick just by talking about it. It has to go to the book. The book is phenomenal. Like, I love every moment. I read this whole book in one day because I did not want to put this book down. It was like a full day, too. I started in the morning, and I just read and read, and it was like halfway through the day, like 8 o'clock, before I finished it. But it was so good. I like the songs in the movie, too, don't get me wrong. I do love listening to the songs in the movie. I love the chemistry between Kathy Bates and James Caan. It's just, I love them either way. Like, I could watch this a billion times. I can read this a billion times. But book versus the movie, book wins, hands down. Let me know in the comments section below what you think won in your own opinion. And I'm going to end this video with a Stephen King question. My question is, if Stephen King looked up porn of one of his own creations, if they did like a porn parody, if you will, like Stephen King's It in a porno parody, or Stephen King's Misery in a porno parody, what would he look up, and what would the name of that video be? Now, this is just for fun. Don't get all mad or anything about it. It's just something for fun. And I'm going to read your comments, and I'm going to pick the funniest comment, or the funniest answer that I think was the funniest. And I want you to write in quotation marks what your answer is. And then below it, I want you to write a shout out, whether it be your YouTube channel, whether it be, hi, I have big titties, or whatever. If you want me to shout it out, I'm going to shout it out if I think your answer is the funniest. And I will repeat the question. I probably shouldn't, but I will. If Stephen King, happened to watch a porno parody of one of his creations, what would the name of that video be? Like, for example, Misery, it would be Mr. E. or something. That was lame. That was totally freaking lame. I'm not going to get a shout out for that. But yeah, comment below in quotation marks what your answer is, and below it write a shout out, whether it be whatever you want. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next episode.